Graffiti is an extremely taboo subject for most cities. It's notorious for indicating a rise in crime and the decline of a given area. So, why is it that one of Miami's most popular tourist spots, Wynwood, is absolutely covered in it?
The evolution of this art form is captured in the Museum of Graffiti, along with the Wynwood walls and galleries across the neighborhood. What was once forbidden is now taught and celebrated. To understand Wynwood, we also need to understand the difference between graffiti and street art. Graffiti, tagging names and lettering, started it all. Street art grew from it into large-scale murals. Wynwood today is mostly street art, but it wouldn't exist without graffiti. Now, for the history of graffiti, we need to look at the museum itself. Graffiti began in New York in the late 1960s, when kids tagged their names to compete for style.
And all of this started from graffiti. New York, Philadelphia, a long, long time ago, kids were writing their name, their address, all around the city, marking their territory.
By the 1990s, rising crime shaped its negative reputation, and officials like Rudolph cracked down on it. Even then, graffiti had already spread worldwide, remaining illegal and risky in many places. So how did Wynwood take a different path? Wynwood wasn't always this vibrant. It was once quiet, a warehouse-filled garment district, industrial, overlooked, and largely abandoned. That began to change with Miami's growing art scene and events like Art Basel Miami.
That provided an environment of creativity all over the city that welcomed members of creative communities in different genres from all over the world. And so, because of Wynwood having the massive blank walls at the time on the sides of factories and warehouses, it made it somewhat of a haven within Miami for graffiti writers to come paint.
As the city redeveloped, empty buildings became canvases. By the 2000s, murals expanded, and the opening of the Wynwood walls gave artists a legal space to create. Today, Wynwood attracts around 15 million visitors a day, with 3 million visiting the walls alone, turning art into a major part of Miami's economy. Murals now cover nearly every wall. In just over a decade, they've grown from about 60 to more than 230, transforming Wynwood into one of the largest street art collections in the world. Visitors can even create their own graffiti or take classes taught by professional artists, something rarely encouraged in cities. I attended one of these classes myself, learning how to create a tag, something that would be illegal almost anywhere else. It shows how far this art form has come.
Street art and the museum plays a huge role in educating people about where things came from and just keeping the respect for that culture alive. So, yeah.
Today, Wynwood is no longer just an art district. It's become a trendy, almost luxurious neighborhood filled with galleries, restaurants, and new development. But at its core, it remains a place for expression. What was once industrial became artistic, what was once criminal became cultural, and what started as graffiti became a global movement.